Hi again. In this video we're going to be looking at expressing one amount as a percentage of another amount. So there's just two steps. Step one, you write the amounts as fractions, and step two, convert that fraction to a percentage. So let's have a look at one. Express 15 as a percentage of 25. So step one was write as a fraction, so it's 15 as a percentage of 25, so there's our fraction. And step two was convert it to a percentage. So there's two ways you can do this. In a non-calculator paper, it's probably easier to make this denominator 100. So what have I done to that denominator? To go from here to here, I've multiplied it by 4. So I must do the same to the numerator, multiply it by 4. So what I found here is two equivalent fractions. Anything over 100 means percent, because that's what percent means, per 100. So this is 60%. As soon as you've got it over 100, you've got a percentage. And if you're not sure about how about understanding these equivalent fractions here, do go back and check out my equivalent fractions video. If this was in a non-calculator paper, in a calculator paper, all you'd need to do, you could say, there's my fraction, and just multiply it by 100 and let the calculator do all the work for you. And that's what your answer would look like. So just the same answer, it's just non-calculator method, calculator method. Let's do another one of these. Express 4 as a percentage of 5. Step 1 says to write it as a fraction, so let's do that. 4 out of 5. Let's do the non-calculator method. So to make this 100 on the bottom, how did that 5 become 100? What happened to it? It's being multiplied by 20. So you do the same to the numerator. So what we found here is equivalent fractions. We've just got a denominator of 100. And when you see 100 on the denominator, it means percent. So this is 80%. Again, if you were using a calculator, all you need to do is this on the calculator to get the same answer. This is using a calculator here. This is doing a manual method. So let's do another one. Express 20 grams as a percentage of 50 grams. Step 1 says write it as a fraction. So let's do that. 20 over 50. And a non-calculator method, you'd make this 100 on the bottom. What happened to this denominator? It's being multiplied by 2. So you do exactly the same to the numerator. So what we've done here is found an equivalent fraction with the denominator of 100. So this is 40%. Again, if you were doing it on a calculator, all you would do is write that fraction and multiply it by 100 to get you 40%. So this is using a calculator. This is without a calculator. Express 240 grams. 240 grams, just ignore the units. We don't need to worry about them. As a percentage of 300. Well, we don't need to worry about them as long as they're the same, and they are both in grams. So let's make this 100. So this time, to go from here to here, I've divided by 3. So I must divide the numerator by 3. That's 80. That's 80%. Again, if you had a calculator, you'd say the same fraction, and you just multiply it by 100 to get the same answer of 80%. Okay, so let's do one more. Express 0.5 as a percentage of 2.5. So again, you're writing it as a fraction, 0.5 over 2.5. So when you look at this, a lot of people don't like working with decimals because it can make it a bit tricky. So what we can do, we can find an equivalent fraction. I'm going to multiply the numerator by 10, and of course you've got to do the same to the denominator. So this becomes 5 over 25, and now we can easily make it 100 on the bottom. So to go from here to here, this is being multiplied by 4. You do the same to the numerator. So we've got 20%. 20 over 100 is 20%. Of course, if you were using a calculator, you could just write that fraction and you could just type it straight into the calculator to get the same answer of 20%. So this is with the calculator here. This one was with the calculator here. We have got another one here. Express 800 grams as a percentage of 2 kilograms. So you must make the units the same. So it looks easier here to make this into grams. So that would be 2,000 grams. Because remember, 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram. So 2 kilograms is 2,000. So you've got 800 divided by 2,000. Again, if you want to do a non-calculated method, you're going to make this 100. So what happened to go from here to here? You've divided by 20, so you do the same to the top. Divided by 20, that's 40. And because we've got it over 100, that's 40%. Of course, the calculator makes it a lot easier. You can just simply type this fraction into your calculator, multiply by 100 to get the same answer of 40%. So that was non-calculator methods and calculator methods. So do make sure you check out all the other percentage videos and check out the fraction videos that I've put on, and I'll see you in the next video.